21 minutes after 10 o'clock. Technically, it's not summer, but here in Central Florida, you might as well say it is. It's perfect weather for swimming. Last weekend, we drove over to Citrus County, drove over the Rainbow River, and over the Rainbow River. I never thought of that before. But we drove over the Rainbow River, and I was looking over the bridge, and I could see the people in there floating on the tubes and all that. And that was, when I was younger, it was my favorite place to go swimming. Now, does that mean it's not my favorite anymore? No, I still like to go swim. I just don't get over there as much. I gotta stop. But anyway, every once in a while there'll be something in the news that says, "Look, there's a bacteria discovered in the Rainbow River. Don't go swimming." And you think to yourself, now, if you're from around here, you know, holy cow, the Rainbow River is a beautifully clear river. Nobody's throwing trash into it. No, how does it get a bacteria? I don't know, but I know this, that when the health officials tell you there's a bacteria in the water, don't go in, because these are the horror stories you hear about kids going swimming, they get a bacteria in their ear, and they get very sick or they die. It's horrible, right? So we have on the phone somebody who knows a lot about this. Sherry Torkos is on the phone. She is a holistic pharmacist. She has won several national pharmacy awards for providing excellence in patient care. She's a certified fitness instructor. I'm sure she's very much in favor of you going swimming for fitness, but not if there's bacteria in the water. She's going to talk to us about 3 types of bad bacteria that thrive in the summer months and how to prevent them and what to do if they invade your body. And I just hope I didn't speak out of line. I don't know if any of them have to do with that bacteria that's in the water. So let's find out from Sherry. Good morning, Sherry. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Where are you calling from?
I live in Fort Erie, which is near Buffalo, New York.
Okay. There's a lot of rivers up there, too.
Yes, and I was listening what you were just chatting about, and we have some beach areas where in the summertime there can be a warning to not go into the water because of high levels of E. coli. And E. coli is a bacteria that can enter into the water due to runoff from farms, also due to human waste or animals. E. coli is a common bacteria in feces, actually. And it's on that list of one of the ones you have to be careful with this time of year, because E. coli is the primary cause of bladder infections.
Is that right? And, oh, wow. So does it enter into our bodies through, like, our ears? I mean, can we get it through an open wound? How does it get into us?
You can get E. coli, yes. It can enter into the ears, and as you mentioned earlier, kids can get ear infections. But for women, if they're swimming in water that has E. coli, it can enter the urethra. And the urethra is the tube that carries the urine out of your body. So if it gets into your urethra, it travels up into the bladder, and it can cause infection. You can also get bladder infections due to wiping in the wrong direction. You need to go front to back. Also, during the summer, if you get dehydrated, you're not drinking enough fluids, that can make the urine more concentrated and make it more likely for the bacteria to stick to your bladder wall.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so it's more than just swimming problems, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that can cause bladder infections this time of year. But the good news is there are things you can do to prevent it. Staying really hydrated, that's important. Making sure that if you're swimming, you shower off afterwards, change out of your bathing suit. Also, cranberry. Long history of use for helping to fight off bladder infections. And there's been some very interesting research over the last several years on a concentrated type of cranberry. It's called Cran Max, and it's an ingredient that's sold in cranberry supplements now. So for women that are at risk of getting bladder infections, some women get them a couple of times a year. The Cran Max is something that you can take daily to ward off those bladder infections.
Oh, wow. Just getting back to the swimming, does the is it E. coli? Am I saying it right?
E. coli, that's right.
Does that occur in salt water or just fresh water?
It can occur in salt water as well, but it's more common in fresh water.
Okay.
How about people that have pets? Are we in danger of getting bacteria from pets?
Yeah, that can happen as well. If dogs, they carry different types, and cats as well, bacteria in their mouth, and having a bite or a lick on the face or a lick that and you have an open wound or an area where the bacteria can get into your skin, that can be a problem. The other one that's really common this time of year is foodborne bacteria. And as people are spending more time outdoors and they're hiking and they're camping and they're packing food with them, and if you have perishable food, cheese, meat, potato salad, things with eggs, and it spends a little too much time in the sun, bacteria can grow. You can have things like Listeria, Salmonella, E. coli, also Clostridium.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm really good at
some-
making? I'm really good at making tuna noodle salad. It has a lot of mayonnaise in it.
Yes, it does.
You bring it to the outdoor picnic, everybody stays away from it. Now I know why.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to have if you're keeping it in your cooler and you keep it refrigerated, stored okay. Yes, it's fine. But what happens at some of these picnics? People will have it in a cooler. Maybe it's out in the sun a few hours, so it's not really that cold, and then it's put on the table and it sits out in the sun for another hour or two, and then that can cause problems. So try to stay away from mayonnaise-based things. You're better off to use oil and vinaigrettes and things like that, and bean salads and things that are a little bit more heat resistant. So keep that in mind. The other big thing that I wanted to mention that can be a problem this time of year is the emergence of these superbugs that are antibiotic-resistant bacteria, and we're finding more and more cases where you have bugs that are infecting people, and these bugs don't respond well to the antibiotics that we have. And part of the problem is our overuse of antibiotics, and unfortunately today we have a situation where we've used so many of them so often that the bugs are getting smarter and they're outwitting the drugs. And so you only want to take antibiotics if you absolutely need them, and you want to look towards ways to support your immune system so that you are in a better shape to fight off infections. So a few things to keep in mind. Probiotics can be helpful, friendly bacteria. There's also a mushroom compound called AHCC. It's an abbreviation for active hexose correlated compound, and this mushroom extract, HCC, has been shown to help fight off some of the superbugs.
Really?
So that's something you would take daily, yes.
Okay, so just real quickly on the probiotics.
Yeah.
I've never been clear about this, and so just maybe 2 or 3 sentences. One is, let's say I heard that you can get it in yogurt. I heard that some is better than others, and then you can go to the health food store and buy it. It's a living thing, right? I mean, couldn't it die if you kept it on the shelf too long or something?
Yes, stability with probiotics is an issue, and when it comes to probiotic yogurt, you do get some in yogurt, but not a guaranteed amount and not necessarily a therapeutic amount. So what I tell patients, eat yogurt. It's good for you. It helps your digestion. It provides you with calcium, but don't rely on that as your sole source of beneficial bacteria. I do recommend a probiotic supplement. There are many you can find in pharmacies and health food stores that are stable at room temperature, which is important. Yes, they are live bacteria. A lot of health benefits. It's difficult to get, ideally if we could get these things from food, great, but not always possible. Same with the cranberry. You'd have to drink a lot of cranberry juice, and that's a lot of sugar and calories. So in that case, for, again, women that seem to be at risk of bladder infections, this CranMax is really good because it's been clinically researched.
Okay.
It's been shown to be very effective. So,
Sherry, thank you for the information. Do you have a website?
I do, and I have more information on this topic on my website. It's sherrytorkos.com, SherryTorkos, sherrytorkos.com.
Okay, and we make it easier for the listeners. That is already on our website, so go there and you'll see the website for Sherry. Sherry, thank you so much for being on the air with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, we will be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. New rules out from the government affecting pay for more than 4 million workers.
Will be eligible for overtime pay under new rules from the Obama administration, which expand the annual salary threshold at which companies can deny overtime from around $23,000 to just over $47,000 a year.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland.
While some workers burning the candle at both ends